Good evening everyone and welcome along to RSF1 Division 2 Spanish Grand Prix. I am Jedi Gamer 46 back again and alongside me, Days Freak.
Hello all, how are we all doing?
Doing good, yourself?
Doing good.
Good.
Been living in a new house for the last 2 nights.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wish I could afford to live by myself.
First man out of the garage is going to be the Ferrari of RSF1 Shane. So, your reaction to this weekend's race at Suzuka?
I didn't actually get much of one because I fell asleep as soon as the red flag was called, pretty much. Eventually, when I did up, it just seemed a bit... I don't know, nothing really happened until Claire's fight at the end.
Hamilton.
Sadie's just been just a season, so...
My car's spinning. So his car coming out of the garage. Shane heading down into turn 1, shifts to 4th, out turn 2, 5th gear, full turn 3. A lot of problems in the preseason test here at Spain. So far it seems like we're good there. 22-2 for the Ferrari through the first sector. Now come to turn 5, down to 2nd gear, on to 3rd, out the exit. Turn 6, turn 7, 8, other with. Through cleanly, now it's turn 9 off the gas. 6th gear for turn 9, opens the DRS down the back. It's day 52, enters 3rd gear through turn 10. 12, 3rd gear through turn 12. We entered the chicane of pain from Spain. Chicane up to 4th on the exit, full throttle through the final corner. He's down the pit straight now, opens up the DRS to the line. It's an 18-4 for the Ferrari.
Very nice. Next cross line, I believe, will be one of the Red Bulls. Never mind, he's pitting. Oh, we got Shane's teammate, Steffi Weffy, going 117.9.
Over half a second faster. Next man across the line will be our RSF1 Locker in the Alfa Romeo. He'll be starting his top now.
One of the Alpines has spun in sector 3.
It's not an Alpine, it's the Williams of Genghis Logan.
Apologies. Too many blues. Too many blues.
And he has to reset on the track so he can put up a time. We've got Genghis spinning once again. Out of the final corner,
unsurprisingly, into the pits he goes.
Breezy with a 27-1.
Oh, he's had a mistake somewhere then.
Perhaps it was just a warm-up lap.
We've got Locker going purple in the middle sector as his teammate puts in a 131.3. Oh, Locker goes a little bit wide. Thankfully he's able to keep his lap though. The final corner now. And it's going to be a 120.6.
10 seconds faster than his teammate
Cleanest lap from him
currently.
either.
We had a yellow in sector 1. It's for Matty. He's lost his front wing. So maybe turn 3 has claimed a victim and we just didn't catch it.
Oh dear. Southern making way for other cars. Is the yellow flag.
Mega Centurion puts up an 18.4 as P2 for the Aston Martin.
Cornish appears to have a lap invalidated, so he'll be going again.
And Breezy was improving on his lap, but he doesn't cross the line. He goes into the pits.
I know Cornish has got a this and next lap invalid because the sector's red. I don't think Cornish will be setting a lap on this run at all.
Matty is diving into the pits.
Just about getting it stopped for the entry. Currently got Grunty coming through the last few corners. He was purple in the middle sector.
Oh!
As Stygian goes P2.
P2 with an 18.
Very nice time.
Cross the line, Grunty puts up an
Across the
18.1.
Bump Stygian down to P3. As his teammate, Cornish, appears that he does have enough fuel for another run. Well, here comes Crazy Fish along. Goes P2 himself. Half a tenth quicker than Grunty.
But he's still 0.2 off Steffi.
We have GSRE Patrick, one of our reserves, debuting tonight, starting his lap. Thought Willem for sure had spun, but I think he might have just been slowing till that car's passed.
Cornish out of the final corner across the line. P5, 18.3.
And immediately beaten by Horizon. Making his F2 debut tonight. Then been moved down from F1. Cornish. Sorry, you already set time, my bad.
Genghis Logan will be the next man out. He's gets out of the front corner, crosses the line. It's an 18.5. It's P9 for the Williams. The Eagle across the line puts up an 18.3. It's P7.
Here comes the Haas of Patrick. Goes P11 with an 18.5. 400ths off of Logan.
Next man across the line will be Quirky Turtle. Out of the front corner, it's DRS and it's pole. Wow. 17.6.
What a lap.
Absolutely flying. Just diving into the pits.
Just be the two McLarens waiting set times now, as I think.
Run D also coming into the pits now.
Yep.
The Horizon
For sure, it's looking
also.
on a good lap.
Genghis on coming into the pits. So we got Willem Verschoor.
Very nicely through the last little chicane there.
It's a
Across the line,
17.9.
P3. Puts it on the second row thus far, and Poia has unfortunately invalidated her time. She'll have to go again. Plenty of time.
Is going to dive into the pits. She will not be putting up a lap here. Two drivers only on and out lap, Slither, me, and Locker.
Oh, Locker's going to be starting his lap.
Horizon has retired from the session in the pits.
As has Quirky Turtle.
Shh.
Hug.
Hug.
Yellow.
Locker's 4/10 up on his time in Sector 1.
Gonna have to find a lot more if he wants to be safe.
Absolutely.
I would guess at least 3.2 seconds.
Oh, he went too far to the left on the...
Yeah, runs
the
wide on
curves.
the exit of turn 8. As wide as you want to go, you don't want to go too wide on that.
And punching himself for that, I was looking for a decent lap.
Gotta be careful, he's got the Ferrari of Shane right behind him. He just pulls off to the side on the exit of turn 10.
Yep. Nice and
We've got
straightforward.
Cornish and Megacenterial on out laps as well. We've got Poia out on an out lap. Shh. I don't know, bud.
Shane and Locker have both started their laps. As Grunty and Willem Verschoor have retired in the pits.
Crazy, which is
Crazy
also
Fish
retired.
follows suit.
Steffi.
Locker's learnt his lesson. Keeps within the lines this time.
It's up by 6/10, but once again, he's gonna have to find a lot more time than that in this final sector. Ooh. Bit of
Ooh,
oversteer.
That didn't look good. Oh, those tires are not happy.
Yeah, I don't think
He's
his
looking for a
setup is
decent
very
time.
friendly to his tires right now. Slowing down quite a bit here. He
I
might
think
be pulling into
he's
the pits. He
conceded the lap.
is. He's just
Shane
gotta
has just
hope.
gone P5.
He's just gotta hope that the three drivers behind him do not put up a better lap time than what he's got right now.
Well, Matty and Breezy are currently still in the... They want to set time, they want to get moving.
Decision is in the session now. Shane's the only one in the top 8. Still. I guess Interion does find some time, but not nearly enough to improve his position.
Well, here comes an off Poea.
Across the line, it's
There's a
P15.
1:19.3. Pushes Locker out of Q2.
Maddie is now coming out of the pits. Walker's got to come out soon too.
Cornish has gone P3 is 17.9.
Parks it right behind the up the space for Slither and me. Oh, speaking of Slither and me, he's off. He's off in turn 3. Shane is retired from the session.
Trick improves to P9.
The 18.272. Crazy crossing the line to start his final hot lap.
Locker has just gone out again. He's just about by the skin of his teeth and needed to be absolutely perfect because he will not have time for another one.
No, we won't. Thank you.
Breezy's currently 5 seconds up, according to the time screens.
Oh, 5.82 seconds. Yeah, it does make sense. That would put him at about 121, about 121.5 or 6. But it wouldn't be enough to get out of.
That still wouldn't be safe.
The yellow for a slow. For a slow Haas, he's now over 7 seconds faster through the first 2 seconds. That would put him at about 120.1, but still not enough. He's got to find at least another 2 seconds.
Open the curb a little bit on the entry to the chicane as he comes around the final corner now.
Walker had just enough time as he crossed the line.
And he's made it!
He does make it, but it's only P15. He's down on Slither and me.
Behind Slither
Oh,
and
Maddie's crashed out. And Locker had
Oh
spun.
no!
Both of the Alfa Romeos are not going to make it to Q1 or Q2.
Oh, that is a real shame.
And we've got Genghis, who's improved by a tenth in the first sector and over half a second in the second sector. After the first 2 sectors, I should say. It's right on board with the Williams, see what he can do in this final sector here. Out of the final corner now, opens the DRS into the line. It's a 1:17.88. It's P2.
Very impressive from the Williams.
He definitely had some pace in that. After that first lap he put up.
Thought for a second there Breeze was going for another lap, but he's not. Into the pits he comes as Locker has found another wall.
Can't tell if he hit the wall, but his rear tires are melting right now, that's for sure.
Yeah. Just take it easy on the throttle, man. There you go.
And with all said and done, that is Q1, your bot for Needy Chicken, Maddie, Locker, and Poea.
Now you're home. Sorry.
Horizon in the chat saying I'm competitive for the first time season. Well, you're definitely doing better than you were in Div 1. Look at that, the top 13.
I can't comment on that because
I watched the Div 1 streams and I did 2 or 3 commentary appearances for Div 1. He was shocking. Look at that, top 13, all less than 7300ths of a second apart.
Insane.
Anyone saying this race won't be competitive is either lying or delusional. Although then there's Quirky over 2/10 up, so. Yeah, I'm quite glad that they haven't moved me up, frankly. Of course, there's no reason they would. I'm not doing very good in Div 5. I'm kind of just existing.
Div 4 for me is just a case of getting taken out on turn 1 and having to work my way back through the field. Well, we've got some immediate Q2 action, Quirky Turtle for the Mercedes and the Red Bull of Crazy Fish.
Oh boy. You look at Quirky, he's got like 3 or 4 cars ahead of him and 1 guy right behind him. Or really 2 guys right behind him.
Quirky's not even the first car out.
First one out of the pits is the Alpine of Horizon. He's not going to be the first one to put up a lap though, as he's letting some people through. Now he's just happy to be here.
So it's currently the Williams of Genghis Logan leading the train round.
Yeah, with Quirky right behind, followed by Crazy Fish and GSRE Patrick.
I do apologise, I'll be right back.
Alright, coming out the final corner now. Genghis Logan opens the DRS. Coming straight. Top speed of 198 miles an hour down to 5th gear for turn 1. About 2/3 throttle through turns 2. Full, nope. Backside for turn 3. Takes a wider line through turn 3. It's a 22.2 through the first sector. 5th gear, about 30% throttle for turn 4. On turn 5, he shifts down to 4th. Turn 6, just a bit of a kink here. Followed immediately by turn 7 and 8. Down to 5th gear for that one. Turn 9, he rides the inside curb and he's sent. His car gets sent. People are going to have to watch out. He gets way off the track to avoid them. So the next man I'm going to be is Quirky. Puts up a 51.7 through the first 2 sectors. Out of turn 12 now. Through 13, the chicane of pain from Spain. 13 and 14, 30% throttle. Final corner, full throttle out of the corner. Opens the DRS into the line. It's a 17.8 for the Mercedes of Quirky Turtle. GSRE Patrick with an 18.6. It's P. Following him is the out the line. It's going to be an 18.1. He takes P2. Following them is Grunty with an 18.6. It's P4. Now it's P5 as Mega Centurion puts up an 18.3. It's P3 for the Aston Martin. And Cornish with an 18.5. It's P4 for the AlphaTauri. We've now got Stitchin finally coming out on his hot lap now. We have got Eagle who just crossed the line with a 17.9. It's P. Steffi and Slither and me both pitting. guess Logan has just left the session, so I will be inviting him in.
Right, my apologies for that, family matter. I'm back now.
Excuse me.
Right, what have I missed? Oh, unsafe release from Ferrari, apparently. Genghis Logan appears to be stopped in the middle of turn 3. Can't decide if he's in neutral or first. Is that a problem, or is he disconnected?
He's disconnected, that's why.
I've literally, as soon as I say it, it has just been answered by the fact that he's just joined. He might want to do something about that. I don't think he's getting disqualified on track, is he? Oh dear. Here comes Stygian in the Williams, goes P3 with a 118.1.
Hopefully that Williams stuck in there.
It does appear to be ghosted, as long as people don't get put off by the ghost car, then it won't cause a...
Willem Bashore is going to be the next guy to come to this. We had this issue in any of the divisions was Bahrain. Good news is during the stream we found out that the car was ghosted because one of the drivers I was spectating drove right through it.
Where comes
It is go.
Goes P200s behind Quirky Turtle.
Yet
So
to put
Willem
up a lap.
Bashore.
Willem Bashore, Shane, Steffi, Jangus, Logan, Breezy, and Slither and me.
Willem and Shane are currently coming around. Unfortunately, Genghis Logan appears to be having some connection problems tonight. He doesn't seem to be able to stay in the lobby. Which is not what I want to see.
Shane, it's a 52 first 2 sectors. Oh!
And it's P1 for Willem Verschoor.
17,
Very
8,
nice
1,
time.
7, an absolutely flying lap there.
What can Shane say about that then?
We're going to find out as he's coming out of the final corner now. He opens up the DRS heading to the line. It's 8-5. It's not P1, it's P9 though. 11 drivers have put up a lap now. The time to beat is a 1:18.674. So we've got both of the AlphaTauris of Grunty and Cornish coming out now. What can they do tonight?
Grunty essentially needs to find 0.04 of a second and he's into the top 10. They need to do better than that, of course, to stay safe, but yeah, hopefully they're not going to get put off by Jengus's ghost.
Willem for short now diving in.
Well, Grunty won't want to following that line on his flying lap.
Alright, coming out of the chicane of pain from Spain and through the final corner, Grunty will be starting his right on board with the
His teammate
AlphaTauri.
Cornish not too far behind him.
Top speed of 107 miles an hour down to 30 here for turn 1. About 80% throttle through turn 2. Full throttle through turn 3. Drives right through the ghosted Williams of Jangus Logan. Through the first sector, it's a 22.1. He's improved by almost 0.2 of a second out of turn 4 now. Down to second gear for turn 5. Through the kink of turn 6, 7, and 8. Down to fourth gear for this one. Runs a little wide on the entry. Does a very good job though. Does not lose the rear end through turn 9. Now into turn 10. To 51.6 through the first 2 sectors. Down to second gear for turn 10.
This is looking half a second up so far.
Purple sector 2. Out of turn 12 now.
Right
turn
on the edge of the line.
Through the chicane. Out of the final corner now. Opens the DRS to the line. It's going to be a 17.7. It's for the AlphaTauri of Grunty. We've got a yellow in sector 3. It's for his team to dive into the pits. Got one more chance.
He's
Shane,
going
the
to have
driver
to in
on
and out
bubble
as
now.
quickly as he can.
You said earlier he only needs 4,000ths of a second. It looks like he found almost a whole second.
Yeah. Centurion has started another lap, as has Steffi Weffy. I'm going to jump on board with Steffi as he hasn't set a time yet. To Aston Martin, of course.
The first 2 sectors, Steffi has got a 51.8 flat. Through the chicane, rides the one curb pretty hard, unsettles the car, keeps it going though. Opens the DRS into the line. It's a 18.0. It's P6 for the Ferrari. Stidgen is retired from the session, and he's in P7 right now. Will that come back to haunt him?
You better hope that some of the guys behind him don't improve by at least 4/10.
I guess Centurion does
Well, then
not
for
find
sure, safely
any
through.
time. He actually still left.
Horizon's currently 3/10 up, coming through sector 3. Miles and Southern improves to P12. Got at least, I think he's got another lap for that, but it's absolutely not safe at the moment. Horizon is safe from where he is at the moment.
And Horizon
but he goes
now
P1.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
17.61. It's over a full 10th ahead of Grunty, has retired from the session.
Here comes Patrick. Goes P6.
So Stidgen's now
into the drop
deep
zone.
trouble, massive trouble.
There might be some sweat coming from the Williams car.
Centurion's still not improving. First 2 sectors by about 300th of a second.
Steffi Weffy has come into the pits, but here comes his teammate RSF1 Shane. He goes P3. Stidgen is right on the cusp. I think Centurion is on a lap at the moment. Quirky Turtle, I think, is starting a lap.
Breezy across the line. It's an 18.2. It's not enough to dethrone our championship leader right now. But here comes Slither
I think
for
maybe
me.
Centurion's also as well.
I don't think Slither and me's got enough time to put up another lap. He doesn't. He doesn't have enough fuel either. He's going to dive into the pits. Unfortunate end for the
Stidgen's
session
be
for
focusing
him.
on oh no, Cornish is invalidated. He's taking too much out of turn 9.
Oh,
He's 4/10 up. That
4/10
Ooh,
would
actually,
have brought him, would have taken
that
out.
possibly would have put him right
Stidgen.
on the point of Stidgen.
For taking Stidgen out by 2,000ths of a second. Cornish has got to be sick
he has
to
got
his
to be the
stomach
luckiest
right
person in this division.
After the, I don't know if I can argue after seeing that. I can't believe it.
Cornish was improving, I think. As he was going, it would have been enough to get to the top 10. But alas, not to be.
That's just been Cornish's issue this season. He's just not had
The
any
projected
luck.
time was apparently going to be a 17.7.
That would have
And that would have absolutely
top 4
put Stygian. I believe he would have gone P3. Which is 7-7. He is not going to be very happy with himself there.
No, he's going to be starting in the middle of the
Aston
field,
Martin
in the
Mega
midfield.
Centurion. Yeah. He's got the pace though. I think Cornish has got enough pace. He could get, if he gets a good enough start, could gain some places at the start. Keeps his nose clean, hopefully. So that shall be the end of Q2. We are going to lose, unfortunately, Jengus Logan, due to a connection problem, couldn't set a lap. Slytherin, me, Cornish, Mega Centurion, and Breezy all dropped out. Now if Mega Centurion can click the retire button, we can get on with it. There we go.
So, your top 10, Horizon, Grunty, Shane, Willem Verstor, Quirky Turtle, Crazy Fish, GSRE, Patrick, Eagle, Steffi, and Stygian. Stygian making it just barely into Q3.
And absolutely would have been knocked out had Cornish had completed his lap.
Exactly right. The top 10 all less than half a second. We'll be back momentarily.
And we'll move on now to Q3. And while we've got some free time for a second, I just want to ask anyone watching, I understand there was a few image problems during the stream last week, so if anyone in the comments can let us know if the picture quality is okay, that would be appreciated, just to check. And chiming in, saying, Horizon, get back to Sunday. Very good. There we go. And having almost been knocked out, Stygian becomes the first car to come out onto the track for Q3, wasting absolutely no time. So we're right on board with flying lap.
Timing for me. Down to 4th gear for turn 1. About 60% 2. It's full throttle here in turn 3. Head on the exit. To 22-2 for the Flying Dutchman. 4th gear in turn 4. Shifting down to 3rd here for turn 5. To turn 6. Turn 7 and 8 immediately afterwards. 5th gear for those. Off the throttle, then back on about
Ferrari
85% through the throttle. The yellow in sector 1 for a Ferrari. The Stitchin, purple sector 2. Now through turns 10, 11, and 12. Fourth gear for turn 13. Pain of Spain. Full throttle through the final corner, opens the DRS into the line. It's a 17-9 for the Flying Dutchman and your championship leader this season. And Corky Turtle now takes pole.
By 2/10 as Crazy Fish goes 1:18.0 for P3. Grunty a 17.8 for P2. I'm loving how close this division is. Got it.
Yeah, everyone's right on top of each other.
Patrick goes P5 with a 1:18.6.
Impressive
debut for him tonight, making the top 10.
Yeah, definitely not a slouch here.
Definitely not.
Willem will be the next man across the line as he'll be starting his hot lap. The next driver to put up a lap time will be the Alpine of Eagle. Up through the chicane. Final corner, full throttle the whole way through. Opens the DRS into the line at 17.9. It's P4.
Here comes his teammate Horizon through turn 10. Shane puts in a 36.5, so he'll be definitely going again.
As Steffi puts up an 18.0, it's P5 for the Ferrari. Horizon now out of the final corner.
A bit of a snap there.
DRS to the line, it's a 17.8, it's P3 for the Alpine of Horizon.
And Q Button complaining in the chat. Here comes Willem Verschoor into the last sector.
Shane, yellow. Shane, I guess, spun around.
Oh, I think he's in the pits.
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
Wow.
It's a 17.4.
Okay, Willem definitely looking pretty strong here today.
Nice.
Corky will be coming out of the pits now. Yet another lap time.
Crazy Fish is currently 3/10 up. Just coming into the last corner. Looking nice and smooth. He goes P5, only improving by a 10th, but every 10th makes a difference, of course.
Definitely not a bad lap time. Of course, at this point in qualifying, only finding a 10th is going to be a pretty big achievement for most of these drivers. You're in Eagles' situation, you find you're going to go from P7 to P3. Whereas other drivers will have to find a lot more than that to gain a position.
Here comes Quirky Turtle starting the lap. Maybe taking turn 3 a bit too tight there, but
Quirky finding about almost 600ths of a second through the first sector. Gonna have to find close to 0.3 of a second to get P1 coming through turn 9. About 75% on the throttle. Big 51.3 through the first 2 sectors. It's 0.24 of a second up. Now out of the final corner, opens the DRS into the line. It's a 17.1. It's Quirky on pole. He finds almost 0.6 exactly. He's got a good bit of over 0.3 of a second to P2.
He's an
now
absolutely brilliant third, because that's where all the times come from.
Steffi looking real good through these first few corners. .22.2 through the first 16,000ths of a second improvement so far. Gonna have to find at least improve his position. A handful of drivers on an outlap. Eagle, Crazy Fish, Horizon, each on an outlap. I'm assuming Shane as well. I don't think he's on a hot lap yet. No, he is not. We ride back with Steffi through the first 2 sectors now. I'll do turn 12.
We'll rise the curve a bit on the entry.
That he does. Through the final corner, what can the Ferrari put up? 17.7, it's 3/10, just over 3/10. It's P3 provisionally for the Ferraris, almost a full 10th ahead of the man behind him, Grunty, who is coming through turn 3 now, starting his outlap. Pigeon, Willem, for sure.
Ooh.
Patrick,
He's
all
on board with Horizon. He's jumped over the curb on the entry to the chicane, so I don't think that's going to help his timing very much.
No, probably not.
So 117.878.
Oh, that was his outlap that you were looking at.
Oh.
The game has a bit of a glitch where it'll turn off the outlap on the left-hand side of the screen when they enter the final sector of their outlap.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense. It annoys me, but...
No, I thought he was on a time, but my mistake.
Yep, no worries.
F122 for you.
Yep. At least last year's game didn't do this to me. That's Steffi in the yellow. Steffi looks like he's trying to burn extra fuel, perhaps to put up one more lap. Oh, we got a spin in the background. It was Horizon. I was looking at Steffi, and in the background I just saw a random Alpine spinning control. Speaking of Alpines, we go to Eagle. He's found 0.14 of a second improvement. At that projection, he'll be P5.
So unfortunately for Horizon, that'll be his qualifying over.
That it will. Those tires are going to be out. I don't know if he's going to be able to put up another lap time. We got Crazy Fish who puts up P3 with a 17.5 across the line. Eagle puts up a 17.5. It's P4. Patrick, the next man across the line,
going anyway.
Over 0.6 of a second improvement.
Horizon's
How much more time can he find? Checkered flag is in GSRE. Patrick finds over a second improvement. It's P5 for the Haas. Shane invalidated his lap. He was not improving any weight. Ah, fuck.
On the edge. Here comes Grunty in the AlphaTauri. Goes P5 with also a 17.5. Fractions quicker than Patrick. Here comes Stygian, who goes P7. Willem does not improve enough, and it's going to be P2. So Quirky Turtle looks like pole position, unless Steffi, Horizon, Crazy or Eagle can say anything about it.
If he does find some time, it's only P7 for him, though. Horizon through the final sector, not improving by a lot, but can he find any more time in this final sector? Opens the DRS into 17.4. He finds P3. Doesn't even. Well, he gets almost 4/10 improvement. Crazy Fish, Eagle, both into the pits.
I take back what I said. I thought Horizon was done, but he's proved me wrong. Comes back for a P3.
Myself as well. I was sure those tires weren't going to be any good for another lap.
So it's going to be Quirky Turtle taking pole position for Mercedes.
Yes, that he does. Top 10 here. Quirky, Willem for sure, Horizon, Crazy Fish, Eagle, Grunty, GSRE Patrick, Steffi Weffy, Stygian. I want to say... I'm actually not sure who I want to say in P9. Okay, Steffi, Stygian, okay, and Shane, P10. Here's the thing, if you were P2 to P9 is only about a little over 1/10.5 between P2 and P9.
That is just insane.
To be exact, it's 0.152 seconds between the 8 drivers. He said he did that lap with next to no fuel, no ERS, and no tires. After the spin we saw, I can believe the no tires part. We're going to be having a 5-minute break here, hopefully, as long as no one readies up early.
Well, it seems like they're following the rules this time. Good to see.
That they are. And everyone is giving Horizon crap for being a sandbagger. I mean, I can't say he's a sandbagger considering how bad he is in a Div 1. No offense, Horizon. I got nothing but love and respect for you. But in Div 1, man, you look like me in Div 5. It's hurtful to see, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not going to say you're slow, Horizon. Trust me, you're not the only one to get bullied for being too quick in this division. I mean, Grunty for the first half of this, for the first like 6 races was having grade calling him a 1 driver.
Well, it is time for our formation lap, as William almost doesn't realise that.
Almost didn't start. He just sat there and almost waited for the Red Bull to hit him in the back. So, from the front to back, we've got Quirky in the Mercedes on the mediums. Willem in the McLaren on the mediums. Horizon in the Alpine on the hards. Crazy Fish on the mediums in the Red Bull. Eagle on the mediums in the Alpine. Grunty on the mediums in the AlphaTauri. Patrick on the mediums in the Haas. After Patrick, we got Steffi, Stygian both on the mediums, Shane on the hards, Breezy, Mega Centurion, Cornish, Slither, and me on the mediums. My child is way too loud for my headache. Jengis on the hards, Poea on the mediums, Lockhart, Maddie, both in the Alfa Romeos on the hards, and Needy Chicken on the mediums.
All committing to the one stop, of course.
Predicted pit stop strategy apparently says medium to hard or soft hard. I don't really know if you want to do soft hard. If you're starting on a set of softs and you're going on to another set of softs, you might as well finish on the mediums. Of course, I'm not 100% sure how long softs or mediums last here, and I guess I'll find out today. But I'm guessing you'd probably want to go about 14 at least on the mediums. So disqualified for a misalignment on the grid. Shane, same deal.
Can we get a better camera angle than the rear, please? Apparently not. We go to 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go!
Still looking for a better camera angle, and this is even worse. Lovely.
Thanks a lot, Spain. I can't actually tell what's going on, if I'm honest. There we go.
Here we go. Oh boy, we got...
Oh, going 3 wide there between Grunty and Patrick.
At one point. Oh, we got a big
good
crash.
Lord.
We got a big crash. It's for sure. Corners are out.
Oh, that has not been a good start at all.
No, not at all for those two. Couldn't even
make it a better angle, that.
Couldn't even get out of turn 2 for that. And it's a
Needy Chicken is
virtual
also missing
safety
a front
car.
wing. So his day's not gotten any better from the start. Mega Centurion also missing a wing.
Can't tell with Shane.
Shane was caught up in that.
Shane
No, he's fine.
doesn't seem to have any damage. Stygian does. Our championship leader without a front wing.
Multiple wings will need to be changed here. Didn't look like anyone in the last 2 cars ahead of him were damaged.
The biggest mover up, the biggest winner here is Locker. No wing damage, and he moved up from P17 to P10. His teammate Matty is tied for second most spots gained with 6, along with Genghis, Logan, and Breezy starting P5 now. Or starting P11 now, P5. Stygian's gonna have to go into the pits. So is Mega Centurion, Needy Chicken. Slither and me, I guess he did not have any wing damage, so they continue on.
Well, the big loser in that one is unfortunately Willem for sure, retiring from P2 on the grid.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I can't believe what's happened there.
Worst way for a race to start for most people. Maddie having internet issues in this race. Definitely not how you want to go out.
Well, we go green once again. And it appears so far Spain without the S is the way to go. Quirky Turtle building up a 1.2 second lead over Crazy Fish.
You're starting to reel him back in a little bit here. And keep reeling him in, or will he start to drop off?
he's got RSF1 Horizon to worry about behind him.
Freaky Turtle.
Well, that being said, Horizon hasn't had a very good run to the last corner.
Patrick Steffi. DRS now enabled here on lap 3. We got another yellow. It's for Horizon.
It's Horizon.
Out. What has happened? It's another virtual.
I think he's lost it coming out of turn 3. We could just see from Power there the wreckage of the Alpine.
Oh man, he was.
Oh dear.
He had such a good race to look forward to, and just like that, it's up in smoke before he can even blink.
So that's Willem and Horizon all looking for potential good results here, and it's gone horribly wrong, unfortunately.
I'm not sure about why there's been 2 virtual safety cars so soon, in the manner that they've come out in.
Well, the fact that it's only a virtual really won't be helping Centurion and Needy. Just coming through turn 9 now as the rest of the field comes down the pit straight.
It looks like the virtual should be coming out soon here. And Poea gets a drive-through.
Oh no, right on the cusp as we start up again. DRS re-enabled as we go green once again.
We got a yellow, it's for Maddie. Guessing it's
not quite sure what's happening there.
It's gotta be him because the car is lagging around right now. I think he loaded back into the game and that's why it like shifted him backwards 5 seconds or something.
Right, Breezy's just made a move on oh girl, no! Wheel to wheel going through the turn 7 and 8 chicane. Patrick somehow keeping it on the road.
And Patrick.
Yep, Steffi was on the outside of Patrick trying to capitalise on the contact between him and Breezy as Grunty gets through on Steffi Weffy. Genghis Logan appears to have sorted out his connection.
We got another yellow for Maddie. He's spun out of turn 9.
Those hard tires are not
this
looking
time we
very
got a
happy
full
right now.
safety car.
Oh, it looks like there's a Haas. It's Needy Chicken, I think. Unless he's just slowing. Oh, no. There's a Stygian. Stygian. No. So I thought he was missing a wing there. I might just get a camera angle.
Move. Your butt. And Maddie's now gonna.
Oh, Matty's speeding. Oh, this is just going worse and worse.
Oh yeah.
Stygian has just stopped on the track. The Delta is going to be going crazy. Patrick and Breezy, what's going on here?
Okay,
I'm going to be honest here. I don't really know why the safety car has been called out.
There's something wrong with the lobby. I'm starting to think. Oh, and Stygian and Mega Centurion just crashed into each other. Centurion loses his front wing. Stygian, I don't know what is going on right now.
Cutting edge reports here on RSF1. I have absolutely no idea what's going on right now. I do apologise.
I don't think anyone would know what's going on.
And Matty, he hasn't retired, but he's left the session. Would that have been connection related, possibly? You said he was lagging about a bit. Oh, it's going to be soft tyres for Mega Centurion. Just have a little look-see.
So the Division 2 Driver's Lounge tells us the reason that first incident happened on lap 1 is because of having frozen tires.
Ah. And that's frozen as in the game's had a glitch and he's got temperatures, or he just didn't
he just said ice cold. So
you'd think with this glitch being present since F1 2020 they'd have sorted that out by now. Oh, Needy Chicken and Stygian have stopped on the track, as has...
It's probably the safety car deltas. Safety car deltas come in sometimes and it'll literally...
Yeah, actually I've had that a few times, to be fair. Like, we've been going along, even in the safety car queue, and all of a sudden like 4 seconds of delta shows up. We've got to pretty much stop.
Yeah.
So, a brilliant game from Codemasters and EA Sports.
Honestly, kind of glad I haven't been able to do much league racing recently. I don't know how I'd feel about every league race I'm coming in, and all of a sudden I have to, basically drive backwards because of how my car does.
Mega Centurion, of course he's just trying to follow the Delta, but he's having to stop on the track. He's getting close to being disqualified, I think. And into the pits he comes.
If I were him, what is going on? Okay. I don't know if you can see what I just saw. I'm gonna record that.
The camera was going a bit weird there.
Yeah. Okay. So you saw it.
It was kind of skipping between onboard and the rear view.
Yeah, it was.
Well, he goes on to hards. Of course, because of the safety car, Matty and Poe have not been able to serve their drive-thrus yet, so...
No.
They'll have to get them done.
And the safety car won't be coming in this time by.
No, Centurion's nowhere near them.
Those who are semi-close, like Matty and Stygian, still need to catch up a bit. Needy Chicken, he's about 5 seconds back, and Mega Centurion, who's, almost half a lap behind P15.
Centurion again falling foul to this Delta.
Same with Walker, Shane, Jangus, Logan, Slither, and me. Slither and me is literally going 10 miles an hour, not even, down the pit straight. Hoea, Matty, Stygian, Needy Chicken all getting caught out. Mega Centurion
is... we've got a problem here. Patrick has had a bit of an issue there. He was stopped. He's lost a few places. I don't know if he's hit someone or if he's just stopped for the Delta or what.
Yes.
I think, to be honest, you might be right about the lobby. That might not be fully functioning at the moment.
It certainly isn't. This lobby.
I would not recommend Patrick try to regain your places. You will get a... That is a glitch they still haven't fixed.
Yeah, no, definitely don't.
And he's gone. Anyway, he's gonna get disqualified for going past Locker.
Yeah, no, he's. I think he's trying to let Locker back through. No,
I've actually noticed you can get position swapped if one of you goes off track. I think that might be what he's trying to do. No, he's let the Locker back through. And safety car in this lap,
no matter what's going on. And we got a yellow. It's for Matty. Not sure what happened to Matty.
Oh, he's in the gravel out of turn 8. Oh, he's trying to get back on the curb there.
Effective safety car becomes quirky.
So Centurion will be right up behind the field as we get going. I don't know if Matty's going to be able to catch up in time.
Should be able to. It looks like he's going about full throttle. So, nope, not through here anyway.
Say his tyres are going to be a bit gravelly, plus he's got a bit of lag going on there.
And Quirky goes.
The Quirky Turtle.
Oh, and we got
no, his teammate Slytherin. They don't think the tyres are quite warmed up. Oh, this is not going to end well. Pete cars are going literally everywhere, and there's not a camera angle in sight to catch any of it.
No, there isn't. You just gotta hope for the best. Matty retires in the pits. He's done trying to deal with this lobby, and honestly, I can't blame him. Got a huge dogfight for P5 right now. Oh, and Patrick
and round goes Patrick.
And no one hits Patrick. Patrick reset the track, though. That will be looked at by the stewards. And pretty much guaranteed a penalty.
With the reactions there, that is very nice.
Oh yeah, Locker absolutely
very close to being
beautiful
corrected.
Reaction timing there. Reaction
and
timing.
It was also
there.
very lucky because he had Genghis on the other side of him, so thankfully neither of them have been put in the wall.
Yeah, thankfully those two didn't hit. I think Genghis also moved over to let Locker get some space.
Yeah. Yellow in sector 1, that'll just be Matty's AI, won't it?
It is Matty's AI.
Yep.
Car is parked off track at the entrance to turn 4. As we look to the man in front, Corky Turtle puts up the fastest lap of the session with a 21.764. He's got almost 1.4 seconds to the man behind him, Crazy Fish. Eagle will be looking to put up at least a podium for his teammate Horizon crashed out, and for his normal teammate Tornado, and to help Alpine catch back up to the front of the constructors. Last 2 races they've been doing very good.
And that's Poea finally serving her a drive through. Steffi Weffy trying to keep up with this little train of Crazy Fish, Eagle, Breezy and Grunty, although he might have a exceeding track limits warning through turn 6, I believe that is. Oh, it looks... He's got Locker and Genghis Logan right behind him.
Oh! Riding on Grunty and Breezy almost lost a rear end of the car completely. GSRE Patrick getting a good bit of corner cutting.
5 and 3 seconds at once.
And he drove in the pits at about 160 miles an hour, and that's why.
I was going to ask, that didn't look fair, but I think he might have just cut across the last chicane entirely just to get into the pits.
It is possible.
That's the only thing I can think of. You don't get 5 seconds and 3 seconds instantly. Although this game, to be fair, we've seen some really strange things, even tonight alone.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
Certainly is. Currently we've got a DRS train from P2 all the way down to P11.
Oh no, Breezy!
Oh, Breezy! Oh, he's coming back out onto the track.
That wasn't a reset, was it?
No, I think he just bounced off the wall at like a perfect angle and ended up catching the car and spinning back out onto the track. Poea successfully navigates the AI of GSRE Patrick.
Logan right on the back of Locker as we head into turn 1 and 2. Locker with a bit of a snap of oversteer there on the exit.
Locker right now trying to defend the Williams to Genghis Logan. Especially now that he's out of the DRS of Steffi. He's 2.5 seconds back. He's got to find some time somewhere.
Genghis Logan looking quite a bit better through the corners now, Locker, so the overtake may end up being inevitable. Although Locker's battery helping him out. on that particular occasion. Locker, unfortunately, just seems to be dropping off of this train from P2 through 5.
That he is. It's going to give Jangis a chance to go for the move down at the end of this straight. Grunty puts up the best lap of the session with a 21.38.
Here comes Jengis. Locker defends the outside. Jengis Logan goes down the inside of the Alfa Romeo.
Locker looking for the switchback.
Oh, around the outside.
Locker
keeps the place.
Absolutely perfect move from the Alfa Romeo of Locker. Probably the best move I've seen him made all year so far. Jengis.
And he's going to do the same thing yet again.
Oh my God.
Oh no. He's just...
Oh wow, I don't know how none of those guys hit them. But Shane Stidgen and Mega Centurion are quite lucky that the door opened the way it did. Because, wow, that could have been catastrophic.
Yep. I think Locker thought he got the move again on Jengis Logan and turned in just a bit too early. Cars have been deep fried.
Murdered now.
Jengis Logan was still on the inside of Locker, heading into turn 6. 7 maybe. I'm not great with corners here.
It was turn 5 that they spun in. Marky Turtle with the fastest lap, 21.306 now.
No, apologies, that Grunty has just made a move into the podium places on Eagle. Now looking to chase after Crazy Fish, although Eagle looking to have a better line through turns 2 and 3. Maybe able to make a move back.
Needy Chicken with a 3-second time penalty. Crazy Fish holding on to P2 for now. How much longer until Grunty makes a move on him?
Well, as we head through the final chicane, 4/10 separates Grunty and Crazy as the DRS train begins. Crazy Fish is going to get away on this lap.
That is true, but it's going to allow Grunty to get right up on the gearbox of the Red Bull as Mega Centurion gets P7 from Shane.
Yep. Breezy and Needy Chicken fighting over the fastest lap.
Needy Chicken ended up getting it with a 21.053.
Grunty had a bit of a rough ride over the curbs there. That's going to cost him time to Eagle, who is now right on his tail. Although Eagle does not have a lot of ERS, neither does Grunty, to be fair. Both in the 30s. They've been using it quite a bit. He's got a little bit more at his disposal. Not quite close enough to make an impact. As into the pits comes both Grunty and Eagle.
Those three are going to get the undercut on the top two. Crazy Fish. Stidgen, of course, staying out, being on the hards, along with Mega Centurion and Shane. Stidgen and Centurion both having pit beforehand. Jengis Logan stays out as well. Grunty gets out first of the top of those three that pit. He's gonna have clean air in front of him.
Here comes Needy Chicken on Breezy into turn 1, sending it down the inside, just about making it into turn 2. Breezy coming around the outside into 3. Does he get enough space left? He will, just about though. Has to back out there. Very nice defending from Needy Chicken, and it's P11. Oh, as Breezy has a bit of a snap of oversteer and into the grass he goes. Keeping it in the right direction this time though, that's great to see.
It's very dirty though, it's going to take a bit for the grass to get off of him.
Crazy Fish comes into the pits, Quirky Turtle staying out. Interesting strategies going on here.
Right now, Quirky, I think, has just got to hope he can stay at least 25 seconds ahead of Grunty. Crazy Fish makes the overcut work. Those tires are cold, so Grunty might be able to move on him on this lap. Oh, we got yellow. It's for his blocker.
Oh dear. He just can't catch a break, this guy, can he?
He really can't. Neither of the Alfa Romeos have had much luck at all this season.
No. It's the one thing I have seen.
Ricky Turtle's diving into the pits now.
Yep. Breezy still chasing after Needy Chicken for the last points position, although Needy does have a 3-second penalty. As Eagle is right behind Grunty and Crazy Fish. He's got Steffi Weffy in his rear views.
Quirky Turtle's coming out of the pits now, is crossed the line to start another lap. Quirky still has an absolutely massive gap over the guys behind. 7 seconds and counting.
Well, the extra lap seems to have worked in Quirky Turtle's favour. Breezy tried to make a move on Needy Chicken. Ooh, looking to go around the outside of 3, that's not going to work. Can he get a better run into turn 4? He's going to go down the inside. Chill out. There we go.
Oh wow!
And around the outside
Breezy.
he goes, and he gets the move done.
Superior traction on around the outside of turn 5.
Although he has now given the DRS to Needy Chicken onto the second straight. Ooh, bit of a snap from the Haas though. So Breezy will survive in the top 10 for just a little bit longer. Ooh, Needy's going to have to cut over the last chicane there. He's run very wide. Smart enough to slow down to avoid the penalty as Steffi Weffy tries to go down the inside of Eagle into turn 1. Alpine stays ahead. Ferrari with the better run though. He's going to go down the inside into turn 4.
Absolutely fantastic move from Steffi. He'll take P8 from Eagle.
Great to see some brilliant clean racing going on now. That's what we want to see here. Grunty still looking at the rear wing of Crazy Fish's Red Bull. If I got bored of seeing the word Honda, pretty sure he's going to be bored of seeing the word Oracle. Oh, yellow's in 3.
Got a
and I
yellow,
believe
it's
that
for
is-
Breezy. Oh, and
Needy
another
Chicken's
car.
gone
It's
as
Needy
well.
Chicken spins. Oh, jeez.
Not 100% sure what's happened there. I don't know if they came together.
Oh,
what
what
the...
was that?
Has he just been... Did he just brake check him?
Oh my god, he is!
I think... Needy, what are you doing?
And Breezy's crashed out because of it. Okay. I don't know what to even... I don't even know how to react to that. That is...
I don't know if they were that if they were close to each other trying to go for a move. Maybe Breezy made contact and forced the two of them to spin out, but you do not retaliate by slamming the brakes on, ever. And I'm fairly certain there's going to be a steward's inquiry into that tonight. And it wasn't just once, he did it once and it took off Breezy's wing, then did it again. Well, if we could have absolutely none of that behaviour for the rest of the race, please, ladies and gentlemen, as Grunty sets a fastest lap of the race.
God. Grunty's in P6 and Crazy Fish is in P8. What has happened to the Red Bull?
I believe it's just the waiting for everyone else to pit. It's got Stygian, Centurion, Shane and Genghis Logan all on their starting tyres. Locker is in the pits as we speak. I'm expecting the Div 2 chat to go crazy any second now.
Certainly will by the end of the race, if not yet. Here's an interesting thing to think about. Since pitting, Quirky has only caught up to the top, or to the leader of Stygian by about a second and a half, despite being on 15 lap younger tires.
Ooh, Steffi's just made an inside move on Grunty into turn 10. Apologies for missing that, as into the pits comes the Aston Martin of Mega Centurion.
Even though he's already taken 3 pit stops.
Yeah. Well, running in P3 after his rather unfortunate luck tonight. Still decent, as Steffi Weffy now sets the fastest lap. Grunty looking for a move into turn 1, but he backs out, just not quite close enough. Mega Centurion with the mediums now until the end of the race, comes out into P9. Still looking at points, possibly can maybe catch up to Eagle by the end. Although he could end up gaining some positions off of Stygian, Shane and Jengas when they eventually pit. Although Stygian and Jengas are in the same team, so someone's going to have to pit before the other, as Needy Chicken comes in for softs for his final stint. Well, they're not going to be very happy by the end, they're going to be absolutely ruined. But
Oh, he's not going to make it to the end on those soft. His tires will puncture before then. He'll have to pit again. Needy Chicken
And
with
he
the
picks up
3
another
second
3
time
seconds.
penalty.
That's unfortunate. Grunty again trying to catch up to Steffi Weffy, but the Ferrari is just too quick down the main straight.
Wonder when these top 3 are going to pit. I mean, Shane and Jengas haven't pit yet. They're still on the tires they started on. And if you ride on board with these guys, their tires do not exactly look very good anymore.
Get a better view here with the lighting. No, there's a very, very dark line on their tyres.
Stygian will stay out another lap.
Stygian.
Shane is coming in
is
now.
diving in. Jenga stays out. So the strategy game for the final places has begun. And it's going to be mediums for Shane. And a wing change as well. Okay.
Centurion puts up the best lap of the session with a 20.232.
Eagle right on the back of Crazy Fish for P6. Heading down the back straight, he's not going to get close enough here. Well, he has to be careful because I've just noticed he's got the Aston Martin of Mega Centurion about the same gap.
Actually closer.
Yeah. Crazy pulling a little bit more of a weight.
Centurion might actually be able to make a move on
He's
Eagle.
got a much better exit.
Got much more battery.
And he's on better tyres, 4-lap mediums compared to Eagle's 9-lap hards, and down the inside he goes.
Fantastic move by the Aston Martin. But Eagle's not done yet. He's looking around the outside of Centurion. I don't think it's going to be there, though. It's not.
Nope. Well, can Mega Centurion now try to make a move on Crazy Fish into turn 1 as well? Max, stop it! Sorry.
We've got Stygian in the pits.
At long last, so Jengus is going to have to stay out another lap. And credit where it's due, they've put in a brilliant stint on these tyres. Getting the full pace worth out of Pirelli. Stygian is going for the soft. It's a hard soft strategy.
Wow.
For the Williams.
Well, he did this. I think he had one other pit stop that he did. He 2 stops. But I think he started on the mediums and went on to the hards after lap 1 because he had the wing damage.
Ah, right enough. Yep. Centurion currently running just outside the top 5 on a 4-stop strategy.
Absolute king level stuff here from the Aston Martin.
And just proves that even if you had some bad luck, you just keep on going, then maybe, just maybe, you'll get something back out of it.
Yeah.
Don't know if Crazy Fish is going to be able to defend from Centurion for
Logan
much
is
longer.
pitting now.
I'm sure they're going to be going soft as well then.
I'd assume they have to be on softs. And he is on softs.
Yep. Centurion, he's going to go for it in turn 1. A little bit of wheel banging, but he semi-forces his way through into P4 now.
Stygian's looking down the inside of Crazy Fish.
Oh,
he might be able to
right
get
there.
done here. Wow, and he does. It's P5 for the Williams.
I didn't actually notice that he was right there and absolutely hounded here because there goes Eagle. Shane's a bit too far back.
Shane
Carry
also
on with
has
that.
to deal with Genghis Logan now.
I didn't even notice Stygian was right there behind them. I'm assuming Stygian will make short Mega Centurion on these fresh softs.
Of course, if when he over Mega Centurion, he's gonna have a little over 5 seconds clear air in front of him.
And there he goes.
Yeah.
Nothing Centurion can really do about that, just the DRS. And of course the much more superior grip of the soft tyre.
Yeah, you just gotta hope he can
And
stay
off
near
into
him.
the sunset goes Stygian.
Genghis Logan, in the meantime, also gaining a spot on Shane. He's up to P8 now. We got a yellow. It's for the Haas of Needy Chicken.
Oh no, he's got up and running again. Hoping no one was going to get caught up by that, but you think we're going to get away with it? As he decides to take the MotoGP line through the last chicane and picks up a 3-second penalty.
If only that was the actual line you'd take through the...
Oh yeah, for sure, that's a much better line. The chicane is absolutely awful. I think... I don't want to see it, of course. They might be retiring.
He will be.
I just had to open my mouth, didn't I? I can't blame him, to be fair. He's had some really sore luck, but put up a decent show, I think.
Well, he also had a certain incident go on with another driver. I don't really know what to say about it. Genghis Logan with the fastest lap of 19.079. It's gonna be kind of hard to beat.
Well, regarding that incident, I'm sure the stewards will have something to say.
Certainly will.
You know, so that'll just be for Needy Chicken's AI.
Grunty has dropped out of the DRS of Steffi. Grunty's now going to be vulnerable to Stygian, who's less than 4 seconds back. These two fighting for the championship right now. After the first few races, this championship has swung pretty heavily in Stygian's favor. Grunty's just got to hope Stygian uses up his tires by the time he gets to the rear gearbox of him. Or that Steffi drops back and gives him DRS.
Crazy Fish has just dropped out of the DRS of Eagle. I don't know, yeah, maybe not. He gets it anyway.
No, I was going to say, no, he's only 8 tenths back. He's good for the time being.
Well, he did briefly drop to 1 second. I thought he got it back just before the detection point then.
Gotcha.
Still just behind the Alpine of Eagle, but he has, what, 1 extra lap worth of freshness in his tyres. It's only a close battle going on at the moment.
Not many fights going on now.
Even with the DRS down the back straight, Crazy Fish is starting to drop off from the back of Eagle. So he's going to struggle to keep the DRS down the pit straight as well by the looks of things. He has. Eagle's had a brilliant final sector, he's pulled the 10th he needed.
Stygian hasn't caught Grunty by much, only about 3 or 4 tenths since overtaking Mega Centurion. Meanwhile, Steffi has caught Corky by about a second over the last few laps. It's got to wonder whether Corky fires a little too aggressively.
Well, we can see the line starting to tires. It is partially more visible on Steffi's car though. Crazy Fish still trying to get into the DRS of Eagle, try and gain back P6. Well, that being said, Genghis Logan is closing on him quicker than he's closing on Eagle. And Genghis is in the DRS now of the Red Bull. Absolutely flying, he's gained a whole second. Thereabout through the first sector. Tyre deficit really making the big difference here. Genghis is a bit too far back down the back straight, but the turn one.
Centurion gets a
pays for
3 second time penalty. Be pretty big for the guys behind him. Currently, as of right now,
that would drop Centurion down to P8.
Just about, yeah. Shane
that is an absolutely brilliant race so far.
He's going to be going on to a set of softs to try and steal fastest lap for his team. Steffi is only 3 seconds back on Corky, but I don't think he's got enough time to catch Corky Turtle. And I think at this point, Corky might just be dropping back to ease off and make sure he doesn't get a penalty. Meanwhile,
Crazy Fish is finally right behind Eagle.
Yeah, and Genghis right behind Crazy Fish still. Whatever Mega Centurion,
but he's
whatever Mega Centurion's got left in the tires, he's got to absolutely dump the ERS and just push as hard as he can right now.
Yep.
Final lap of this Spanish Grand Prix here in Division 2. Corky's gap, Steffi is about 2.6 seconds. Following Steffi.
Here comes Crazy Fish, maybe on Eagle. Just a bit too far back. Is he going to get a better run in turn 2 and 3?
Oh boy.
Doesn't look like it, but Genghis Logan around the outside. Hang on a minute.
If these three keep on fighting, though, that's going to allow Mega Centurion to get away.
Oh, he's only gone and done it.
Oh, not yet.
He's got the inside. Oh, no.
Contact.
I take that back.
Oh,
I take that back. My apologies.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
Definitely not the way to end.
No, Genghis had a brilliant line through the outside of turn 5. Got alongside, but I think I don't know if he locked up or Genghis turned in too early, but contact was made. Crazy Fish
coming out of the final chicane,
there.
though, for the chicane of pain from Spain for the final time. Now out of the final corner. Corky Turtle will be your race winner tonight. Steffi Weffy P2, P3 the Grunty, followed by Stygian, Mega Centurion, of course, before penalties. After penalties, it's going to be Eagle. then Mega Centurion P6, P7 Genghis Logan. I don't know what happened to him, but he dropped a lot of time. He actually could have gotten P6 from Mega Centurion, but I don't know what happened to him. P8 Crazy Fish. Shane looking to put up the best lap of the session. Does not get it. He misses out by 2/10 to Genghis Logan. Shane will get P9. P10 Poea. Unfortunately for Locker, he will be the one driver to not get any points tonight. Finishers.
Well, to be fair, Locker's had a bit of a trying day, so to come home and even finish the race, I think, deserves a round of applause.
Certainly.
Credit to you, Locker. You stuck around.
Cap.
Yep. He stuck around, and he saw it through to the end. He didn't get any points, unfortunately, but he still gets a race finish to his name. Not the luckiest guy is Locker, but he doesn't give up.
Well, that was certainly a race.
Wasn't it just? So Shane apparently did the whole of his first stint with a damaged wing and didn't even know about it.
I just read.
Which will that will explain his wing change as he came into the pits. To be fair, I didn't know he had damage either.
No, I couldn't see it on the car.
I think it's going to be that light green damage that you see on the MFD where everything's intact but structurally it's been compromised. So it doesn't 100% function.
Yeah, I definitely know that feeling. It's quite a pain.
Isn't it just? So, Turtle takes the race win for Mercedes, and the podium is rounded out by Ferrari's Steffi Weffy Gamer and Grunty36 of Scuderia AlphaTauri.
And this will allow Grunty to catch up by another 3 points to his title rival in Stygian.
Absolutely.
As for our next race, we will be heading to the streets of Monte Carlo.
Boy. Alright, well.
Yeah.
Boy.
Definitely not going to be a favorite of mine. Who would you personally say is your driver of the day today?
Oh, I've had that question answered for me. Well, good evening, gentlemen. If we just make sure we have our audio included as per usual.
Else.
And not to sound lazy, but I think, Days, you're probably more intelligent with interviews. I'll let you do this if you like.
Okay, well. Grunty, you're finally back on the podium.
I'm back,
here
baby.
At Spain. P3, how do you feel tonight?
Good, man. Yeah, you couldn't keep me for long away, could you? Yeah, I've had a very, very poor, last. Probably 4 or 5 races, really struggled, just in general. But I felt somewhat confident this week. But then I practiced with Quirky this afternoon and felt less confident. But no, it was a really good race. I mean, I don't know what happened on lap 1. I got T-boned by that new kid in the Haas, twice. Right on the start-finish straight, and then just as the safety car came out, I got T-boned twice by him, which I was really annoyed about, which dropped me down to I think 8th on that one. It was pretty rubbish, but then managed to avoid the spinners, avoid spinning myself, avoid getting a penalty, just keeping it as clean as possible, and obviously getting P3, and then obviously just sweating the last 7 laps because of Stygian. And I just did quali lap after quali lap. But then obviously as well, Steffi was just really rapid today. He's really quick, and I just couldn't keep up with him. I tried for so long, and then and then 1 minute I was at DRS, and that was it. I just tried not to keep the pace up, but yeah, GG to top 2. They were right.
Right, next week we head to the streets of Monte Carlo at Monaco. How do you feel about that track?
Don't get me started, mate. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go.
Join the club, pal.
It costs the AlphaTauri too much money. It's going to be AlphaTauri going to go for about 20 wings next week. 19 of them Cornishes and one of mine.
That's gonna be Div 2 alone. Don't even dare ask how many it's gonna count for me.
Honestly, it's horrible. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. Hopefully, I can claw some more points off the old Stidge Dog, who's currently I don't even know what the championship status is, but I know only P2. That's all I know.
I was gonna say you took out 3 points of his lead, so.
But they're nothing. But nothing. What leads do you have? 10 points. Now it's down to 7.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Close. I'm looking forward to it, man. It's nice having a championship fight. You know, especially with someone who's so strategically minded, like today, for a prime example. It's so hard to counteract it because I will just go normal strategy of a medium hard, but then he'll do like medium, pit that one for hards, and then pit on for lap softs, and it's mental. You know what goes through his brain, but he's rapid, and you know having that championship fight with him is sick. But also, another person to look out for is obviously Quirky climbing up the table. He'll be in it soon. Yeah, should be good.
Okay. Steffi, once again, you're on the podium, man. P2.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. What's it? Congratulations, Ranty, obviously. Podium. And yeah.
Yes, man.
Stidgen as well.
Yeah, it's a 10-point lead heading into today's race. It's now down to 7.
Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah, so close.
Who's winning the whole thing?
Currently Stidgen.
By 7
Stidgen.
from me.
Ooh. And then am I behind you?
Yeah, you are P3 currently.
Ooh, that's interesting. So I need to beat Ranty every single time now.
Sugar, I didn't even realise that. Oh man, I thought you were lower down. Oh jeez.
I'm sneaking
The
up.
good news is he's 23 points back on you heading into this race, so he's now 20 back.
Ooh.
It's gonna be fun, mate. It's gonna be all us 4 battling.
Yeah.
Here and Stidgen battling for the win, which will be fun. Can't wait.
Alright, heading into the next race will be Monaco. Steffi, how are you feeling about that track?
Monaco. Monaco's like, it's just that track, isn't it? It's Monaco, isn't it? It's annoying. It's you can crash easily and everything. Yeah.
I share the sentiment. Of course, what I truly feel about Monaco cannot be said on this stream. But I digress.
I feel like
Now
I can.
on to our race winner.
It's fucking shit. I can say that.
Well, you can.
Well, everyone
right,
can.
Quirky.
So it's not child friendly.
Quirky, you win yet again here at Spain. Starting to claw your way back up into this championship fight. Heading into this race, you were 66 points back. Do you have any hope for the championship right now?
To be fair, I don't really think too much about it towards the end of the season. It's like just keep plucking away at the races. Obviously, some very consistent drivers I've got to beat yet. Grunty and Stidgen being paired. Steffi as well. You know, great driver. Quick. So I think I've got better drivers to beat if I was going to win. But yeah, it's always good to win races. You know, put the practice in, and like I say, try and stay consistent. Like, you know, that race is quite tough, as in it's so easy to lose the car, especially through sector 2. But yeah, it's a good race.
Next race will be at Monaco. Are you feeling any confidence heading into that track?
Not really. Monaco's on circuits. The only reason I don't like it is it doesn't produce good racing. I think to have a good race at Monaco, the person you wheel to wheel with, you need to trust 100% to leave space. If you don't trust that person, then you're never going to get around them. I think, like, you know, Monaco on TT, I think if you're just on your own around circuit, I quite like it. But a race on, no. If anything, I probably hope for rain there. I feel I'm quite confident in wet circuits, so who knows? We'll see next week.
Okay, well, that'll do it for me. Thank you, boys, for joining the commentaries booth. I have been your co-commentator, Days Freak. I do not know where my head commentator is right now.
Don't worry, I've not got anywhere.
Oh, okay.
I was just letting you do your thing because I can't interview to save my life.
All right.
Still, Dave
That'll do it from
that'll
us here in the commentary booth. Thank you for watching. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, evening, and good night.